Hi guys, I'm Rick Hollis. This is my workhorse Strat. I've spent years customizing, putting this together to make the ultimate Stratocaster for me to be able to take just one guitar to a show and have confidence that I can get through a whole show with just one guitar. And this is the Fender American Ultra II Stratocaster, which, funnily enough, most of the modifications I've done to my other Strat, they've done to this to make their take on the ultimate Stratocaster. So stick around, let's go through an unboxing and go through some tones, check out the features, and I'll give you my thoughts. This box just showed up for me from Fender, and I'm going to pull this out and see what we have inside. It's in a case. It's in a case. Let us open up. That's a really nice case too. But what's in here? Fender American Ultra II in Sunburst. Let's have a look at what's actually included in the case. So that's a really nice case, I'm just going to say. Nice plastic, nice hard plastic. But what do we got? Do we have case candy? We do. We've got control description because it's got special U-Butte S1 switching, which we'll get into a bit later. What else is in there? Ooh, we got this. We got keys and silica gel. Do not eat it. What we got now? Certificate of authenticity. We have a nice little booklet with all the Fendery goodness. But what else? What's this? It has a pop-in arm. I love that it has a pop-in arm. And we've got our strap locks. Cool. I actually use straps that have built-in locking mechanism. But if you don't have that, it comes with strap locks and stickers. So I've just looked up some of the features on the Fender website, and I'm going to go through them and just compare them to the mods I've done to my workhorse. First and foremost, an older body with sculpted body contours and a tapered neck heel. Funnily enough, I have tapered this neck heel. Don't know if you can see, but I have angled this, sculpted out here, and oh, looky here, what have Fender done? They've done the same thing. It's probably a bit hard to see there in this light, but that's angled. I will get some photos off the website to show you. That's really nice to get up high and not hit that block that you normally do on a standard Strat. And that's something that I've done to my workhorse Strat. And I really notice it on my other Strats that I haven't done it to yet, that when I get up high, you get to bend up there and you go, oh, I just can't reach it. Fender, thank you for doing that to this. Now, a quarter sawn maple neck with a modern D profile. I do like the Modern D profile. It's got a bit more shoulder girth on it than a regular C shape, if that makes sense. But very comfortable shape. A smooth ultra satin finish, they say. Yeah, that's smooth as. It actually is very smooth. No drag. I do know some finishes on the back of necks are very plasticky feeling, and some of them come completely raw, which if it's sanded down to a nice smooth grit can feel really nice. I got to say my Charvel and my EVH, I had to give that some additional sanding just to get a nice smoothness to the raw finish on it. But this satin feels beautiful. So 22 frets, you got to have 22. I mean, 21, yeah, that's a traditional one, but 22, so you can bend up a tone to get that high E because, damn it, guitars sound good in the key of E. I'm a 22 fret guy, so thank you, Fender. Ebony fretboard. Now, I don't like rosewood. I'm either maple or ebony for the reason, this is going to sound really stupid, but when I bend on the G, I pull down as opposed to pushing up. And just when I was younger, I used to play my friends' guitars with cheaper rosewood fretboards, and my fingernails would get caught in the grain, and it was just the worst feeling. And since then, I've come to realize that maple fretboards have much more of a snap around the front end of the note. That's subjective. It's just something I think I've noticed. Somebody up there is probably going to go, you're crazy, man, but I just hear more of a bloom, a boo around the front end of the note on a maple fretboard. Call me crazy. 10 to 14 inch compound radius fingerboard with ultra rolled edges. I do like the 10 to 14 inch compound radius. It helps with bending without things fretting out. Ultra rolled edges. It has rolled edges. Ultra rolled edges. My Charvel and my EVH have got much more rolled edges than this does. So I don't know about ultra rolled edges. They're just rolled. I would possibly even like them rolled a little bit more, to be honest. A 42.8 millimeter nut. That's this way. So a 42.8 is really nice for me. There are smaller, like 41 mil, etc., and it's just all a bit too cramped for my liking. So I welcome the 42.8. It seems to be a bit of a standard for Fender these days. So nice width. Lumen lace side dots. Lumen lace side dots are the glow in the dark side dots, and they come in a couple of different colors. Now my Charvel, I got the lumen lace put on that, and they're much easier to see. I'm covering this to have a look at in the dark. They're not glowing. Straight up, I can just see that so much better. So I'm going to hold these up and try and hide my face from the camera so that it won't focus on my eyes. But can you see the difference? My Charvel over here, you can see those dots a mile away. The Fender one, look, I can see a big difference there. They glow a lot more on this, and that's an aftermarket thing I've added to this. Ultra II noiseless vintage Strat pickups. I think they sound good. Noiseless, as I said, this is my workhorse that if I only take one guitar anywhere, it's nice and quiet. I've got Kinman noiseless pickups in this, Woodstock series, Woodstock in the neck and middle, and the big 9.0 in the bridge, if I remember correctly. And I can play notoriously noisy venues electrically with this, and it's nice and quiet. So having the vintage noiseless in this is very welcome. I was playing before through a lot of gain, and yeah, they were pretty quiet. An S1 switch for the neck pickup on. So that's tucked in here. If I just zoom up a few, maybe you see it down here. There's a push built into the knob. What that does is turns the neck pickup on. So I can be in the bridge position here and then hit that, and it'll bring the neck pickup on. Now, once again, I've done that to my workhorse Strat, except I've got it on a switch. A little toggle switch. Now the beauty of that is when I'm playing, I can do, say, the verse of a song with both these pickups on. And that's a really cool sound. For years, I was chasing this rhythm guitar sound that I would hear. And I'm thinking, man, what pickup position is that? I just can't get it. And then I realized they're all playing Telecasters and they're in the middle position with the neck and bridge pickups on. So basically I can have my neck pickup on as well as the bridge pickup here, be strumming along. And then when I get to a chorus, I can just go. You didn't even see that. In one strum, I smashed that button, and it's so easy for me to go back and forth. I do welcome the S1 switch on the American Ultra. That's great, but it's too fidgety. I can't do that. So if I was to buy that guitar, I would adapt that wiring onto a little mini toggle so that I can do that. That is another thing that Fender have incorporated that I do to my Strats, but a toggle switch works better for me. A 2-point American Ultra synchronized tremolo with a pop-in arm. So, yes, the arm just pops in, so you don't have to be screwing things in. And it doesn't wobble in the slightest. Polished steel block saddles. Now, I got to say, the saddles do feel very comfortable. They don't have the little adjusters poking into your hand, and yeah, they're great. Deluxe short post locking tuners. Very sturdy looking ones, nice Fender ones, nice low profile so that it brings the strings down without the need for string trees. It does still have a string tree. I had a bit of a play by just pushing on the string tree to see whether the string was getting bound on there, and it was. It affected the tuning. I tend to use graphite string trees if I need a string tree and have them set so it's barely pulling down, just so that the string doesn't pull out of the nut. Soft touch knobs. That's something I don't have on that. It's not really apparent to look at, but the knurl of the knob has a rubbery kind of feel about it, which is kind of nice. I can feel that, yeah, as you're doing volume swells and the like, that it would give you that extra grip. So that's a nice touch. A 1-ply anodized aluminium pickguard, just like this guy. A deluxe molded case. We saw that in the unboxing, and it was a very nice case that came with it, with nice little bits of case candy and everything in there. Oh, and another thing, I haven't opened this up, but I did see Andy, the Guitar Geek, opened his up, and there was, the wiring was a quick connect harness, so you could undo the pickguard easily. I've got that in my guitars as well. My Luthier, Charles Cillier, does that for me so that I can switch out pickguards really quick. And I had a bit of a peek under here, and it is routed for a humbucker as well, so that if you were to get the single coil version and you wanted to add a humbucker later, go for it. Let's go through some sounds. I took it to a guitar lesson. I was getting guitar lessons from one of the lecturers at the university that I go to. And Sam there had a bit of a play, and he's a really nice player, so it's just iPhone footage, but we'll check out a bit of that as well.
Ooh, okay. My goodness.
Beautiful.
Sounds so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't have. This is too kind.